Good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Club. This is Joe Shoup with our special guest today, our manager, Shirley Pitts, and Jody Long, and Len Kenzie, and of course, our co-host and our co-founder of Cooler Brands, Doug Kyle. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Breakfast Club.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning.
Good morning, Joe.
Hey, first, let me say this. Good morning. I want to first say this. Happy holidays to everyone. We probably will be here next week for a very short period of time. We might have a single week. I'm not sure yet, but if that is not the case, then I just want to say happy holidays to everyone, because we'll be 5 days before actual Christmas next week. So happy holidays to everyone out there, and here in 2017. Hard to believe that we're in 2017, huh?
Big time.
So let's get right underway. We really want to, first of all, thank the people here, the inventors that are making it possible for us to really have a true residual income. And I'm just really excited about it, because I'm not going to spend a lot of time on my story, but I've been in this industry 22 years, and I have one company that we can have a residual income, help everyone else, and still benefit. I'm helping a number of people out of my own group. And when I say that, we're all community members, but outside of my own group, inside the community members, I'm helping a number of people and working with them, and it's still going to benefit me. And you can't have that. It's not true in any other company. So I'm extremely excited about that. And we wanted to bring the inventors on today, say hello to everybody, to be able to communicate with you, answer any questions, give you some updates, and also for you guys to thank them for also, putting together their inventions and allowing us to share in the profits and in the royalties. So I'm very, very excited. So Doug, I just wanted to bring you on here, and any comments or anything that you have, and once again, welcome, man. Good morning to you, Rob. Rob, push your camera down just a little bit. We got your ceiling.
It's a nice ceiling, though.
It is a nice ceiling. It matches my ceiling fan.
That's
So
right.
if I push it down, then I take up the whole camera.
Yeah. When you're a good-looking dude like you, that's okay, buddy. So, it's amazing for me, Joe, working with all three of these inventors, just how far, Lynn has come. For example, Lynn had an idea that was just an idea, and he has now brought that idea to being produced. He's researching international shipping, which I know is bringing him great amounts of joy. That is probably the biggest hurdle for Lynn right now, is his international shipping. But he's going through the process that so many people dream about going through, but they have no idea what it takes to actually go through the process. Doty's doing the same thing. She's looking at shipping her books to Canada and to Australia. She's fulfilling all over the nation with her books. And Rob, he had started this great project with MobiCard, and did a great job in Logan, Utah and stuff with his project. But now our members, some guys are just blowing it apart with bringing on businesses for him. And so each one of these guys are really experiencing the Cooler Brands experience, and which, a year ago it didn't exist, and now it does. And it's because of guys like these three inventors and like our members. We have both sides, and you talked about that a little bit, Joe. It's so important, and it's going to be so exciting to hear their experience with Cooler Brands and their experience with bringing their products to life today.
Well, I wanted to just briefly, in case there's new people in here, I wanted to say in one or two sentences what Cooler Brands is. Cooler Brands is a company where we can help inventors bring their products to the marketplace. We can benefit financially from that by receiving royalties, as well as those people receiving their royalties. We can get our royalties as well by partnering with them. So that I'm excited. If you want to expand on that a little bit, Doug, that's fine. And then we're going to get over to Dodie.
Yeah, it's a unique model in that, inventors have some great ideas, and a lot of people have great ideas, but they have no concept of what it really takes to get it to market. And with the team that we have with Peter and you and Corey and Jan and myself and just different people that are on this team, we bring a lot of experience to these inventors to help them fulfill their dream. And it's not just getting them the funding. Funding is just the beginning. Lynn, I'd love to hear his talk a little bit about what Peter's done for him in terms of helping him get his product manufactured, and really the expertise that Peter has brought to each one of these inventors, and just the different things that each one of us have done to help them. And they didn't have to pay for us. They didn't have to come out of the pocket for money, which in some senses, some of the information that they've gotten and some of the help they've gotten, they couldn't have paid for. They wouldn't have had the capital to actually do what we have done. And so from that standpoint, our model is so unique in how it helps these guys, and it's wonderful to be part of it. It really is.
Yeah, it's great. Dodie, why don't you tell us? Well, this is Dodie Longstreet's. Getting to know her a little bit better, not just through webinars and so on, but having some chats and finding out about her life and what brought her to this point. Why don't you tell us, Dodie, a little bit about your background? What brought you to ParkSmart for Kids? About that said, hey, I got to bring this to the world.
Well, I've been an executive all of my life. My husband and I once had a company where we manufactured product, and we had 65 employees. And so the logistics of business, I love. I love having a product, getting it, the logistics of getting it out to the customers, having happy customers, just the whole overall business model of having a product and getting it out to market. But I went to work as a CEO for a company that published textbook photography books on national parks and monuments. I loved that job. I love the industry. I love our national parks, and I love our children. And while I was the CEO of this company and just enjoyed the challenges every day, we were, shipping millions and millions of dollars worth of books a year. I noticed there wasn't anything out there on the market for children that was engaged, educational, and interpretive of basically what our children who are going to inherit our national parks, what they needed to learn about our parks. So I developed ParkSmart for Kids with the help of my husband, and basically just one title to another title to another title to where we're at 20 titles at this point. And so that's my background. That's how ParkSmart for Kids has started, and we're just in the beginning of it.
I'm excited because I have no children, but I can't wait. I love history. I love the national parks. I'm excited to see the material myself. I can't wait. I can't wait for that. So where do you see this? Where do you see this going in the future for you and for us?
Well, for everyone with Kula Brands, first of all, one of the things that I have to say Peter talks about a lot, he talks about collaboration. And I'd have to say, with Kula Brands, I had a concept before Kula Brands backed me, before these wonderful people got involved in my daily life. I had a different vision. My vision has started to change quite rapidly because of the collaboration of the Kula Brand members. So I actually see not only this particular series really being successful in our national parks and selling millions of them, because national parks, once you get into their bookstores, they buy hundreds of them per year because they don't want that book space left open. And if you're successful with it, then you're there for good. But I also see some other series that are going to be mass market series that are such as like Bible Smarts for Kids, that we right now are working with scholared, biblical educated people. That's just one of them. So I see that this could be an incredibly, over 3 to 4 years from now, great royalty income for our Cooler Brand members.
Hey, Dodie, what is one of the biggest things that you have learned about Cooler Brands by working with us?
Well, first of all, Doug, you and Peter are phenomenal, and the amount of time and energy you put into helping everyone at Cooler Brands, including inventors, are fantastic. The other, like Jan and Heather and are involved, are extremely, I would say, quality people. You can tell that the Cooler Brands members all come from some form of education that are willing to share where they've come from. That are more than willing to help back the inventors and give them support. I don't think I've had one single negative out of hundreds of emails that I've gotten from the Cooler Brand members. Not one single negative energy email at all. So Cooler Brands, the members that are a part of Cooler Brands really do care about Park Smarts for Kids and Zip and Store and MobiCard.
So for just a couple of sentences, whatever, tell everyone in your words what Park Smarts for Kids actually is. How do these kids, how will they benefit?
Well, first of all, Park Smarts for Kids was designed to be basically engaging, not just where you give the kids, here's something to do, here's some crayons, here's some pencils, go sit in the back seat. That can be beneficial whenever the parents are coming back from a wonderful time at the park and the kids are all happy, and that's fine. But really, the books are designed to also engage the parents. There are some difficult questions in the crosswords, so it's designed so that the child will say, I'm at a point and I'm stuck here. I really can't do anything with this, Mom or Dad, can you really help me with this? So Park Smarts is different where it is designed to engage the family, the entire family, for discussions. Like, did you know that if there were no Pronuba moths, there would be no Joshua trees? Those Pronuba moths being alive is why the Joshua trees are alive. And a lot of people don't know that, adults and children.
Wow. Well, congratulations. We're probably going to come back to you in a little bit. And Doug, let's go over to Rob, and maybe you'll want to ask him some questions. And Rob, welcome to the Breakfast Club for the first time. And we're excited about MobiCard. And I think, educating people about MobiCard, we had a few discussions lately, you and I, and I'm understanding it more and more. So I'm excited for you. I'm excited for us. So tell us a little bit about how this came about, why you're excited about MobiCard and its relationship with Cooler Brands.
Pardon me. Well, first of all, how this came about was I've been a business owner basically since I was 19 years old. And I've been involved in retail. I've been involved in wholesale. I've been involved in manufacturing, all different types of businesses, and then started a marketing firm. Well, I sat back and I thought, what's going to be something that I can do? What's going to be something that's actually a legacy type of a project? Because I wanted to start planning on that now. And sitting back, I started looking at what I'm good at and what I know, and I thought, I want to do something to help kids. And it goes back to the duct tape, the pair of sneakers, and the smartphone, what they have in common. When I was young, my dad broke his neck when I was 12, and I actually was helping a little bit more in depth on that story. I was actually helping make the mortgage payments then, and started working at a young age, and then also actually had to duct tape shoes together and in order to be able to wrestle and stay in sports. It was my way of staying off the streets. Long story short, I thought, what can I do to help kids out? What can I do to bring business to bringing the world to consumers? What can I do by bringing consumers to businesses and let them win? What can I do to bring businesses to businesses? And how can all of this benefit? And so I looked at this and I went, how can I put all that together? So that's how MobiCard was born, was being able to let everyone benefit. And since then it started evolving. Well, why not help out single mothers? Why not help out people? Why just leave it to one thing? Because there's room for everybody. And so that's where we come up with a philosophy of well, it's been my philosophy all along, but that's why our word is Tashi, which means pass along the good fortune. And instead of saying what's in for me, I want to see what can I do to help other people. And I'll be taken care of, that's fine. But our goal is to see how many millionaires we can help create.
Tell us what MobiCard is in a few sentences.
MobiCard, quite frankly, is the most advanced app as far as discounts, as far as businesses being able to advertise and market and show discounts, as far as consumer interaction, consumers being able to find discounts anywhere they want. Most comprehensive, most advanced app out there, but it looks very, very simple, and it's simple to sell. So we've taken the idea of simplicity and complexity and hidden the complex parts and made everything else simple.
So how does a business owner benefit?
The biggest benefits business owners have is, number one, they can change their offers anytime. Nothing out there does that. Number two, it comes to a three-part deal. In marketing, I've always found that there's three things that we look at with businesses when they want to do a call to action. One, you want to look at if the product is a niche market, like an oil change, something that doesn't get used very often. You want to take that into consideration. The second one is is the offer good enough to induce the response or call to action you want, or is it too good to where you're losing money? Okay, you always want to be able to change those on the fly. The next one and most important one is are people getting my message? Through the years, I've advertised in magazines, I've advertised in on the radio, and the thing that the salespeople would always come in and tell me is they'd say, well, we're building your TOMA, your top of mind awareness. And I would look at them and say, Rant, that's a load of crap. What I want to know is what my ROI is. Instead, MobiCard is one of the first things that we can actually tell people exactly how many people look at their offers, how many people are getting to have that are engaging with it. So if you've got a business that has 100 people look at an offer and you've got 3 people that come in, time to change the offer, and they can do that immediately. And the fact that we offer all of that, and including video commercial, GPS navigation, 3 offers, their own back office where they can change their offers. They can also have multiple locations in their own back office and manage multiple locations for a franchise or a business owner that has different locations. They can do all of that for free. That is unheard of. The only thing they have to pay for is if they want premium placement later. There's nothing wrong with us looking at a business owner in the eye like this and saying, I'm not afraid to earn my keep. I'm not afraid to earn your business. If I don't earn it, I don't deserve it. But I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is and tell you we got the best thing out there, period.
You know, Joe.
Doug, I wanted to say this to you first. You can tell these are business people, Bernie and Rob. I mean, you can hear it.
Oh, yeah.
That, following good principle-based business people. Really, really cool here.
Well, and their ideas are solid. Speaking about Rob's, I owned a business for 20 years, and my average Yellow Page ads in multiple books was over 20,000 a year. Wow. And every time a Yellow Page book came out, as a business owner, I was almost forced to get in early so I could be on the first page of the Yellow Pages for my category. And it was just this racket of, like what Rob was saying, is I never knew what my return on the investment on those Yellow Pages were. And once I went to print, I was done for the year. Where Rob's product is so cool for a business owner, yet where you can actually change your ad on the fly. If I could have done that with Yellow Pages, I have to come up with an idea, and whether it works or doesn't work, I'm going to pay for that ad for the year. Rob's is not. Is absolutely a dream product for a business owner. And I got one question for Rob, and I think probably the thing that may have surprised Rob the most, and I don't know this, Rob and I haven't talked about this, but one of the things that may have surprised him the most is how active our members are getting in actually signing up businesses. Is that true, Rob, or not?
Oh, yeah. 91 businesses have come on board since the start of the Indiegogo campaign.
Wow.
The other thing is not only are the cooler brands, this is important. I'm not the best sales guys in the world. We all know that. I'm not the best. But the thing is the one thing I've noticed about the cooler brands community, people are stepping up and being mentors to other people. I love and appreciate that. The next thing is people are stepping up to help me out, which I didn't even count on or even know was going to happen. I've had also the most teachable group of people I've ever had to sit back and teach on how to do things. So I turn around and say, like, on the Facebook page the other day, people were talking about sell this, offer this for free and that, and I said, no, don't mention cheap, don't mention free, don't mention any of that stuff. Show them the product, get them to come after the product. And I gave some different tagline ideas, and boom, they ate it up and they're going for it. And we're seeing that in the numbers.
Wow.
We had a talk last night, Doug, Rob and I can tell. He says he's not the greatest salesman. He's pretty darn good. We had some good dialogue last night, and I was impressed. It's really, really good.
Yeah, and you're pretty picky, buddy. If you say Rob's good, I know he's good.
Yeah. I'm excited about having some more dialogue with him.
Yeah. So Rob, where does Rob? You know, Rob, in the terms of the businesses, I know you're working on some national brands too. Could you talk to us about that just a little bit?
Yeah, we just made an announcement. The one thing we're doing strategically is we're bringing national brands on a little bit at a time and showing them a little bit at a time. And I want you guys to know that there's a few things. Number one, with these national brands, there's also local ones with those. The cool thing about it is one, you've got something you can go out and start working on and selling with fundraisers right now. I had a guy from Michigan call me and say, there's nothing in my area. And I said, well, you've got Busch Gardens, Six Flags, SeaWorld, Legoland. You've got McDonald's, you've got Texas Roadhouse, you've got Papa Murphy's, Papa John's, Papa Kelsey's. You've got Domino's, Pizza Hut. And I just started going through all these different businesses. And I said, those are on there. Those will be active because we're working on the interface starting January. But the reason we're doing this is to be strategic and help you guys out along the way. Now, the coolest thing about that is if they see somebody in the featured area that is a national brand and it's a chain, they can go into that chain and say, look, you're in MobiCard right now. How would you like to be in the classic and premium area? And upsell them. So just because they're in there doesn't mean that you can't go upsell them. So that's one thing that's really important is not only are we doing that, but I want you guys to understand, I want the people in Cooler Brands to understand and all the affiliates to understand that we're actually giving you leads by doing that. Okay? Eventually those businesses are going to definitely want to be in those areas, so it gives you ways to upsell. The other thing is with these national brands, the ability to go work those fundraisers, to start working the fundraisers now instead of waiting until January or February or March. Now you can go in and start showing people these. These are coming on board. Start working on those fundraisers for the spring. Right now is when you plant those seeds and get them going. Right now is when you plant the seeds for the fall. Right now is when you plant the seeds for your future. So you've got to work on those now. That's why we're bringing those national brands on board.
Hey, Shirley, I know you're keeping an eye on it, and if anybody has any questions for any of the inventors, please put it in there. Shirley's our administrator to find those. Do we have any? I want to ask Dodie a question first. Dodie, how did you get the sales that Doug just mentioned earlier?
I'm sorry, would you repeat that?
Doug said you had 5 sales, I guess, overnight or something. How did that occur?
Oh, that's because of the Shop Kula. So Doug could explain that a little bit better than I can, because I have some other orders coming in from other sources, but this I'm pretty sure was by Shop Kula being put up. Is that correct, Doug?
Yeah, that's correct. We finally, everybody, we've been so busy, everybody's been asking for Park Smarts to get into Shop Kula, and I finally put it on yesterday. and within an hour or so, we had 5 sales. So we needed to get that up earlier, probably.
All right, let's
That's okay.
let's get to our first inventor. But first, got some questions there, Shirley, right?
No, there are not any questions. Everybody's just listening.
Okay, good. All righty.
Jody,
Yes.
Jody, have you tapped into the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts?
No, I have not, and I actually there is a group of people in Washington D.C. that have sent me an email through Kula Brands Connections that I have yet to call, that they indicate that they would be able to open those up for me, but I haven't had the time to give them a call yet because I'm busy filling about 500 orders right now.
Oh dear. I was just wondering on account of that one commercial that the Boy Scouts have for fundraisers and getting money for the different parks.
Yes, I think that's a great idea.
So, Doug, why don't you introduce your good buddy there, Len Kenzie, and let's get some input from and some updates and so on from Len was our first inventor on board with Kula Brands, and we're excited about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Len has really come a long ways, guys, and very, very, very proud of Len and very amazed at how hard he has worked. So Len, where are you at now, and what is on your horizon, buddy?
Wow. Okay, so the molds are in transit to a custom injection molding facility that we have it's near Cleveland, Ohio. So they're supposed to arrive here towards the end of this week, Wednesday, Thursday. We're going to start production there, and hopefully by Saturday, Sunday, we'll have most, if not all, of the sets necessary for the domestic orders, and then we're planning shipping those out Monday, Tuesday. So this weekend coming up is just going to be an incredible busy weekend. It's, just like everything else, it's been a busy time. I've been listening to some of the Christmas music here, and I'm starting to feel like some of these elves as Christmas is approaching. So
Love
getting
it.
this stuff ready. It's been an incredible journey. I don't even know if I can explain how blessed I am, to have known Peter for the last 7-8 years, and be the first project that Kula Brands ever did. I've talked to Peter several times, and he says, Len, there will never ever be another first. He says you're the first one. So I'm honored. I'm blessed. There's so many great people that are part of Kula Brands that just so many awesome people. It's just been a true blessing to be a part of this year. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning so many things more so than I know already, and go throughout the process, and the help of Doug and Peter, and there's some of the Kula Brands members that I've tapped into that have helped me with different facets and parts of this project. It's just been it's really been an amazing process. So.
Joe, I got to say one thing about Len. When we started this, you start a project like this, and you bring on somebody like Len or Dodie or Robin. All three of these guys are really, really dedicated. But as a Kula Brand co-founder and Peter as the founder, we didn't know. You don't know what the work ethic of somebody else is going to be. And I tell you, Len, all three of these guys, but Len being the first guy, has worked around the clock to make this happen for everybody. And I know he's learned a lot, but without his work ethic, and I think this is one thing that most people don't understand. They think, I'll come up with this great idea, I'll get it made, and it's simple. It's not simple. There's a lot of elements to it, right, Len?
Oh, you look in the department store, or Walmart, or Target, or wherever you go, and the amount of work behind just one product, getting it there from a concept design to manufacturing, shipping, everything is just an incredible process for just one product, let alone 8. This is one of the first times I've really had to deal in depth with customs, from a manufacturing standpoint of view, shipping a large volume of stuff into the U.S. And it's been, I've learned some stuff. I've learned a lot of things. And then there's been some delays in customs. Whenever we had we had everything on a container in China ready to go. It was scheduled to go on a ship on a Sunday, and one of their customs officials just decided to randomly pull our shipment and check it out, and we lost an entire week.
Oh, wow.
So just because they decided to pull it one day and look at it, it didn't make it on that ship, and we had to wait a whole 7 days to get it on the next ship the following week there. So just things like that. And a lot of there was a trucking company that he's a broker. It's a good friend of mine that he's been able to help do some brokering, getting the shipment from the port in Los Angeles to where it's going to in Cleveland. And just the amount of work that he's had to do to get that truck in transit from there to here has been a lot of work. And so every facet of this thing, there's a lot of work to the mold designs, the CAD parts for the designs for all the 8 different products. There's an incredible amount of work, when I talk to Peter, and we talk about the sales possibilities that are coming up, with retail sales and maybe even some HSN QVC stuff, and all the different facets that were involved with that. There's just an incredible outlook that a year ago, I'm normally an optimistic and positive thinker, and I love life. But this is incredible. It's life changing. It's really incredible. So.
Shirley, I accidentally muted your microphone. You probably have to unmute it. Few things, but I'd see if you can undo that. Can you hear me, Shirley? Unmute your microphone. There you go.
I did.
Any questions up there?
No.
Ask Doug if he plays the flute.
If I may, I'd like to interject on.
Absolutely, please.
Well, I was thinking about what Lynn is going through, and I have 5,000 books that I'm having printed at 22 different titles at different levels of quantities, and I run into things like I better stop in at the printer and make sure that the printer is on task, and I stop in and the printer has done over 100 books that have the wrong cover on it. They made a mistake. So, you just have to deal with those things, know they're going to happen, know you're going to have delays. And it can be very stressful, but I think that what I see Lynn and Rob dealing with is having the support of the Kula Brand members and knowing that they're not just out there by themselves doing this. They have the support of a community. And I think that's even more of the beauty of being one of the first that gets involved and gets to talk about this on behalf of the Kula Brand team.
Yeah. Well, I got to say, one of the things I love the most about Peter also is that he's a good taskmaster. Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one thing that Peter does. He understands the process. He understands what needs to happen, and he understands deadlines and timelines. And I think that really probably helps you guys more than probably what you knew before you started this with us.
Yes.
Hey, Len, it is the holiday coming up and so on, and I just wanted you to take the opportunity. We'll ask everyone to just have some final words and to the people and wish them a holiday and happy holiday, and you too as well.
Well, this has just been an incredible journey, and I'm just blessed to be able to be a part of this and have this product that we're going to be able to ship out to so many members of Cooler Brands and other members, other people that have pledged towards Zip and Store. And it's this time of the year, I really didn't catch this spirit till last night when I was listening to some of this music, and it's like, you know what, this is an amazing time to just to be alive and to have something like this, and and whether people get this before or after Christmas, I'm so blessed to be able to share with them a really unique product that they have helped me fund and work towards, and be able to get this ready for retail markets all around the world. So it's just been an incredible thing for me.
Well, we thank you as well. And Rob, your mic, undo your mic there, and let's say a final few words, and happy holiday to you as well.
Well, thank you very much. First of all, love and appreciate all you guys. Love and appreciate the Cooler Brands folks. I'm very grateful for you guys. I want you to know that. Very grateful for you. I've always thought, and I just kind of want you guys to think about this. One thing I've always done with business decisions and with also play is, if it's fun and it's legal, I'm in it. And I'm telling you guys something, I'm having a lot of fun with this.
Well, we appreciate you. So, Jody, I wanted to save you to last. Usually ladies first, but I wanted people to hear. Most of the time, people remember what you first say and what you last say. So we're going to give you that opportunity to hear your story.
Well, I really like the spirit in this whole group, and I am, like Lynn said, it took me just a little bit. Even last night, I haven't even got my Christmas tree up yet, because I'm so dedicated to this and getting these products out to everybody by Christmas, because I can't wait till they get in the hands of all the customers. But yes, the spirit of Christmas is here. I am extremely thankful for Peter and Doug and all of the Cooler Brand family. I am really excited to see people like Lynn and Rob. It really is a beautiful thing. I really don't know how to say it any better than that. What a great, beautiful community. What a great idea Peter has come up with. And the collaboration is beautiful. So I wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I really thank you for being basically in my life, part of my community.
We thank you as well. And Doug, my friend, we've gotten to know each other pretty well over, I guess we were talking at the wee hours of this morning over various things. And I really appreciate you, Doug. I really do. I think most people should know this. Doug Kyle has to be the hardest working guy in any company that I have ever, in 22 years, been involved with behind the scenes. People don't realize what he's doing back here, the hours, the unbelievable tasks that he has to perform and get ready for us. And Doug, I just really, honestly, I know Shirley would verify it. I tell her all the time. I mean, this guy is unbelievable back here. He's available for me all the time. I'm learning basic things behind the scenes with him, and I'm just really appreciative of your hard work, Doug. And for Cooler Brands, it's exciting for us to have you as a corporate member and a team player as well, and just exciting that you are, leading this company as well. So from me and from everybody else, thank you for being who you are and participating in our journey. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Joe. And guys, it's people like Joe in the community that has stepped up also to bring the community together. And so, Joe, we're really thankful to have you part of what we do. I mean, you guys, the inventors, and you and the community, that's really what makes Cooler Brands. It's you guys. Yeah, we work, and yeah, you call me at 2:00 in the morning, and I'm here and I talk to you. And if it's a 2:00 in the morning call, guys, I know it's Joe. So but
I'm there.
Yeah, it's all good. You know, this is what we're doing. We are changing the world. Peter and I talk all the time. Guys, you've heard me say, I believe when we get to, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 members, there'll be a point, guys, where there will not be anything that we can't do. And it's worth all the time that I put into it, all the time Peter puts into it, all the time Joe and the inventors put into it. It's worth that time because we are going to change the world. And it's a great privilege to just be part of this and be here with everybody.
Peter?
Doug, I have to ask,
Yeah,
do you
right.
play the flute?
Play that flute behind you.
I will. I got it. It's the little dried up. I'll play it for you though.
All right.
I'm surprised you saw it.
Doug, not only do I play those, but I also make them.
That's what I hear, and I need one that you make. I think that's probably a D. I need a couple other octaves.
Need an E or an F? E is
Yep.
a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy one from you, buddy.
6 holes?
You know what amazing? He's a big guy, okay, and he does art, he does flutes, he does it's just cool, the diversity of our group, guys. We're just cool people. Basically, Cooler Brands people are cool people. That's the bottom line.
Hey, Shirley, I don't know what you were going to say, but I'm going to say this about you. Thank you so much for managing, and people, again, don't realize behind the scenes, she's watching things behind the scenes for us and getting it organized. She calls me every day to make sure I'm still alive. She's not only my friend, but my neighbor far away, and she checks on me. And also make sure in the morning this is all ready to go. We get on early, and she's making sure the whole thing's running properly. So Shirley, and as well as being a community member of Cooler Brands. So Shirley, thanks for all your help as well. We appreciate you.
You're welcome. All I was going to ask is the same question. Does Doug really play that flute?
Next call, guys. I'll get it down, clean it off, and I'll play it for you guys. We'll have a special flute call.
Well,
Okay.
thank all of you for being here, and thank the community members for participating. So let me give you a little heads up about what happens at this stage as far as the recording here. When this is over, which will be a few minutes, within 5 minutes, you'll have a replay button. Okay, so a replay link sent to you to the email that you actually registered with. And if by chance you are somewhere where you need to get to that, the place that this is actually recorded is on YouTube, and it's under my name. So if you went to Joe Shoup or Joseph Shoup, you can find this recording and many other Breakfast Club recordings. In case that's not around your link and you need to go there, that's the way you get to that. So Doug, one more thing though, can you tell us, or anybody, the updates? There's something going on tonight, I believe, and anything in the future that we need to be aware of as far as education. I know tomorrow night is our weekly call, Thursday night our community member call, but is there something going on tonight? I saw the email Corey put out.
Yeah, I think Corey, I'm not sure exactly what he has going on tonight. I know he has some things happening. We have a lot going on with software updates. The actual branding software is up and running. It'll be, I think, fully functioning for Twitter by this Thursday night. And so, yeah, every day is a new day with Cooler Brands.
Okay. Well, once again, thanks everybody. Happy holiday. Thanks for being here. We love you guys. And Dodie, Doug, Len, Rob, Shirley, thank you so much for being here today. And you guys have a great day. We'll see you next week again. We'll see you Wednesday night and Thursday night for this, and next week briefly at the Breakfast Club. So have a great day, everybody. We'll see you at the top.
Tashi.
Thanks, everybody.